Question number 4. Table 1 shows the elements in period 3 of the periodic table. Study it and answer the questions that follows. So we have the element, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and argon. Part A, write the formula of 2 oxides for each of the following. So we have sodium oxide. So one of the sodium oxide is has a formula Na2 and O. The other one has a formula name is Na2O2. So you get a mark for each. Chlorine oxide. Chlorine has many oxides. For example, we have Cl2O. This is called dichlorine monoxide. We have another one. We have Cl2O2. This is dichlorine hexoxide. We have another. We have others like ClO, which is chlorine 2 oxide. We have others like this one. You have others like this one, 2O2. This still a chlorine oxide. We have another one, Cl2O5. We have another one, Cl2O6. We have another one. We have Cl2O3, and we have another one, ClO3. So if you pick any of these two, you should be able to get 2 marks. Another mark here, that is a half here and a half here. So that's how you answer that question. Those are the oxides of sodium and chlorine. Part B, we are told the product of the reaction between phosphorus and chlorine depend on the conditions used. Write the equation for the reaction when chlorine reacts with excess phosphorus. So what we do here is you can write this kind of an equation. This is phosphorus react with chlorine, which is a gas, and you have phosphorus. That is phosphorus chloride, 3, and we balance this. We have 2. You can also write it like this: phosphorus solid, then it reacts with chlorine, 6 chlorine, and you'll be able to get this is phosphorus chloride, and this we can balance with 4. So this is the gas. Or you can also write it like this: phosphorus which reacts with chlorine, and you will be able to get phosphorus chloride. So that's how you answer that. If you write any of these equations, you should be able to get 1 mark, and that's how you do that question. Part C, identify the element with the highest electrical conductivity. Give a reason. So the element with the highest electrical conductivity is aluminium. Reason, it has the highest delocalized electrons. Delocalized electrons. Or has the highest valence electrons, or you can say their atom or their atom, you can say their atom has 3 delocalized electrons. Delocalized electrons. So you can, that's the reason. You can either state it has the highest delocalized electrons, or you can say has the highest valence electrons, or you can say the atom has 3 delocalized electrons. So that's how you answer that question. Part D. Describe an experiment that can be used to illustrate the variations in reaction of sodium, magnesium, and aluminium with water. So we start with sodium. Sodium reacts vigorously with water. So sodium reacts vigorously, that is vigorously with water. It produces a hissing sound. So that is sodium. Magnesium. Magnesium reacts slowly. Magnesium reacts slowly with water. It produces few bubbles. Then we have aluminium. Aluminium does not react with water. No bubbles produced. Let's correct that. No bubbles produced. So that's how you answer that question. If you write it, if you answer like that, you should be able to score 3 marks. E, we are told state and explain the differences in melting points of chlorine and argon. So you can say the melting point of chlorine is higher than that of argon. The melting point of chlorine is higher than that of argon. One of the reason is that chlorine is diatomic, while argon is monoatomic. Hence chlorine has stronger van der Waals forces. Of attraction. You can also say molecules of chlorine. Of chlorine are bigger than argon. Which is also a gas, hence intermolecular mass, not mass but intermolecular forces in chlorine are stronger than argon. So those are the reason why the melting point of chlorine is higher than that of argon. Chlorine is the atomic, that is, has two atoms, while argon is monoatomic. Hence, chlorine has stronger van der Waals forces of attraction. Molecules of chlorine are bigger than that of argon. Hence, intermolecular forces in chlorine are stronger than in argon. You'll be able to get 2 marks. This is part A, Roman number 2. State and explain the differences in the melting point of magnesium oxide. So magnesium oxide has a higher melting point, compared to silicon oxide. This is because the covalent bond of magnesium oxide is stronger than that of silicon oxide. So by answering that, you should be able to get 2 marks.